So I ended up picking up this boat last night. Paid 300 bucks for it. Sea-Doo Challenger, I believe 1800. Comes with the dual 787 motors. All in all, it's not in horrible condition. Needs a key, has some electrical issues, no spark, doesn't spin over. Need to get a key made and then go from there. Whenever I got there, the right side motor was locked up. I was able to free it up. But one cylinder does have low compression. All the other cylinders have 90 psi compression. The bad cylinder had 60. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe it was just a rust spot. So I'm gonna go to finish getting this trailer hooked up. And so here's a quick walk around. Let me go ahead and get this out of here real quick. It's just taking up space. Alright, so the seats are pretty ripped up. I believe these come up as well. Yeah, they will, but it's like almost like suction cupped. They're dirty, got storage right here. And here we got Boss radio. Okay, got a remote right there. Some bungee cords. 12-volt charger. Have to see if we can't get this to work. That'd be real nice. How many speakers does it have? 1, 2. Only 2 speakers? Figured it'd have a lot more for an 18-foot boat. Huh. So problems right now are steering locked up. The buckets in the back, or the jet pumps, I guess you call them, they move freely, so I'm not too sure why that's locked up. He told me that it's disconnected right now, and I told him if it's disconnected, it should spin freely, right? Like, I don't know anything about jet boats. You gotta remember that. All right, see what's going on in here. Fucking wiring mess. God damn. Okay, we got a horn. Jeez. Where does that go to? RPM gauge. So RPM gauge looks like it's fried. Look at that. Look at all them wires. They're all fried. Speedometer looks good. Yeah. Okay, so the engine on the left, I believe this one's fried, but the RPM gauge right here is good. Bunch of these random wires. So I need to probably gonna unbolt. What is this? The steering. Alright, so this is the steering. Probably gonna try to unbolt this and move this from underneath it. Maybe. I have to get in here and look. Cause it looks like it spins freely whenever I rock it back and forth, and then it just locks up. So I'm thinking it's the cable. So if I get down here, I can't see shit. Hold up. I need to put this GoPro up for a second. We'll worry about that cable later. But it does come with flare gun, a bunch of those rope. Let's see what else we got in here. Another fire extinguisher. Spark plug, and well, it looks like 2 spark plugs in there. So in order to open this, you have to pull this up, but it's kind of finicky, like you need 2 people. Yeah, so it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Let me see if I can get this. There it goes. So I had to keep it held open with this air horn. Seemed to work fine. Now I need to get this cover out and get access to the engines. Okay. So here's how the engines are looking. It looks pretty clean for the most part. They told me that this engine got replaced, or both got replaced. I don't know, but this cylinder is one reading 60 psi, and this was the motor that was locked up. The carburetors look real rusty and crusty, so have to figure that out. Gas tank's fucking massive. All the electrical seems to be intact. I think this is the MPEM, I think it is. He also had the starter wire. Where'd it go? Yeah, right here. So this is the starter wire for this engine, and you can see the starter down there is disconnected. So I think he did that on purpose, so it wouldn't spin this motor over, so people wouldn't know that it was locked up. I was able to free it up. So what I'm gonna do is throw a little bit of oil in these cylinders, because I think it had a rust spot. I'm hoping after we get this thing running, the PSI will come back. Well, PSI, now whatever you call that shit. Compression. I'm hoping compression will come back. As of right now, it has no spark. I need to go get a key made. The only person that I know is real expensive, and the other one that I know is 40 to 50 minutes away, and dealership's not answering. He's not texting back, so I don't want to make. I already drove over there for no reason one time, so I don't want to do that again. So I'm just gonna wait. But for right now, I'm gonna get the electrical fixed up, so it'll be ready for whenever I get a key. So this is the choke. I don't know what all these wires do. I'm not sure. I got this brand new battery. I'm gonna go ahead and get this installed. It does go into reverse neutral and drive though. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this battery installed. You're supposed to use a big marine battery. My marine battery went bad, and my warranty was only good for 2 months ago. So 2 months ago, that would have been good, but I'm shit out of luck right now. So this 150 cold cranking amps, hopefully it's enough. Let me get this propped up for y'all. Try to get these connectors in. Actually, this is the positive that runs to the battery, because if you follow that wire, it goes from that main box and then goes all the way right here. So that's the positive for the battery, and then this red wire, it goes to the starting solenoid right there, this one right here. So you can see it's real rusty, that starter. I'm gonna go ahead and get that wire brushed and then get this installed. Okay, I don't remember where I last left off. It's about, give or take, 4 days later. I've been digging into this a little bit more. I found out that this fuel petcock valve works for the left motor. This one's locked up and the bolt stripped out of it. So I was able to take this one off right here, and I found out this one works good. But this entire thing was just completely stripped out. You can see all I did was just yank it out and it was already cracked in the middle. I don't know if y'all can really see that too well. But so I've been doing a lot off camera. Whenever I hook up fuel, fresh fuel, I can get her to start up and she'll stay running with this motor. I haven't cleaned this carburetor, but I got carburetor rebuild kits coming in for both of these because I didn't like the way that one ran after I cleaned it out. I'm pretty sure if I clean out the gas tank, I'll be able to have both of them running well, because like I said, whenever I hook up this gas tank, because this has my fresh 2-stroke in here, and I just use a pump right here. I just use this, and the manual fuel pump that's on the carburetors, they work well. So right now what I'm about to do is just go ahead and take that clamp off, and I'm gonna go ahead and drain all this old gas because I put about 3 gallons of gas in here, but I think the gas is just too bad, too far gone, and my siphon isn't gonna fit all the way down in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that clamp off and get that gas cleaned out. I don't know how well y'all can see, but you see it's at the very bottom, and it looks like there's quite a bit. Well, not too much, but a good enough amount. So let me go ahead and get all this drained out. Well, I wonder if I can just siphon this gas out. So this should just pull out now. And this is for this right motor. Yeah, so it's got a T-fitting and it connects both of these fuel filters, and you can see the gas coming out. It's fucking green. So I'm trying to get this off. Okay. Alright, got that off. Now let me hook this up to this T-fitting. Yeah, I just don't think it's gonna have enough. It's not pulling nothing out. Okay. Alright, next plan. We're just gonna take these hoses off. So I got this. This one runs all the way down, okay, to this fitting, and I'll have enough room. So I think right now all I gotta do is take this off and this off, but they have those, yeah, they got the pinch clamps. So this is good. I'll just cut these zip ties, take this off and this, and I should have enough room. Yeah, should have enough room after that. So let me go ahead and pop these off. Alright. Let me go ahead and get this hook back up so I don't forget. So this should be fuel on. Okay, no, that's reserve. Is that? I have to see what that says, because I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure these should be connected to fuel on. And this is a main fuel line, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I can get a better angle. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and try to take this off, because then I can loosen up this clamp. If you can see, I can loosen up this clamp and I should be able to get to it and pull this whole thing off. Alright, I'm loosen this clamp because I need to get down there to drain that fuel anyways. Okay, that's loose. Alright, that's loose. Then I'll need to take this off. Alright. That's all I needed to do. It wasn't even on there very good, so I'm gonna, yeah. So now I just need to pop this off. Alright, that's off, that's off. Should be able to just go ahead and pull this out now. Alright. Okay. Something just fell. I don't know what it was. Which I believe goes right here. Because they had it on there super tight. Yeah, I believe it goes right there. So I'm going to get that fixed real quick. Just take this clamp off. Really should just use a zip tie anyway so you don't warp this. But that's fuel on. See how it says on right there? So I'm wondering why they got the main fuel line hooked up to reserve. I wonder if that petcock valve that was broken was stuck on reserve, and that was the only way for them to get fuel to the motor, because that petcock valve was broken. I got a brand new one on the way though. It was only like 10 bucks. Yeah, see, you can see how they warp it whenever you over tighten these. They get warped and kind of flat. Alright, so I got this out, and I'm gonna move these fuel lines. Yeah, you can see that says reserve right there. So they had the main fuel line hooked up to reserve. So we're gonna put it to on. But in the meantime, I don't know if you guys can see this. Look inside that tank. It's just disgusting. So I'm just gonna do a time lapse of me sucking all this gas out and so you can see how green this gas is. Dark green. What I'm gonna do is hook up the battery, and I'm gonna see if I can get this motor to run on that gas, because I have this manual ball pump and it's going really slow. If I can get it to run off this fuel, I think if I get a full tank of gas and dilute it with good gas, I think I should be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this battery hooked back up. Yeah, it's something you do not want to do right there. I probably just blew a fuse. I got that hooked up. So what I'm gonna do is, let me show you guys. If you go down here, I'm gonna see if I can get you a good angle. Right here is the inlet. Let me pop this hose off. So this is the intake side of the carburetor, where it sucks fuel up. I'm gonna hook my ball pump into this intake. Okay, so I got that hooked up to there, and I got the return going back to the tank. So now I'm gonna manually pump some of this dirty fluid, well, dirty gas, into the carb. So you can see how this is pressurized now. You can see that it's supposed to be bluish grayish, but that's green. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the key and see if we can't get it to fire up on this gas. Yep, I think I blew a fuse. So, okay. Oh, never mind. I have it set to set this to on. All right, there we go. Quick fix. All right. Move this around. Gives me fits sometimes. Alright, there we go. Make sure the throttle's working. Like I said, I got that dirty gas, so let's see if we can fire up on that. I'm gonna put this camera down. Pump some more fluid in there. You can see the return line has that dirty gas coming out on that return line. No, yes, you don't want to run on that. So I'm going to turn this off. And you can see this is the fuel return line that's supposed to go back into the tank. And whenever I pump this ball up, you can see all that dirty gas pouring out of it. So to make sure that that motor actually runs good, I'm going to grab the good gas tank. I'm going to put some gas, I'm going to dump this dirty gas out, put some good gas in it, and hook that ball up to this gas tank and use it as like a secondary fuel tank. So let me get this done. Okay, I wanted to show you guys, if you look in there, you can see all the dirty sediment that was coming out of that tank. So let me get some fresh gas in there. So I got some fresh gas. See, I got no water in it. I don't know what the premix is. I think it's 40-to-1. So what I'm gonna do is hook this up. I'm gonna pull this out, which is going into the tank with all the dirty gas. Let all that drain back in there.
can see it was sucking the gas out of it. Get a little bit of gas. Let's see what happens whenever we try to fire this one up. That one runs. So I know I got a problem with that carburetor. I got the rebuild kits coming in, I believe tomorrow. In the meantime, yeah, I know I might try to see if I can get this one to fire up on the old fuel, because now that I know that that one wouldn't start up with fresh fuel, so I know I got an issue with that carburetor. Matter of fact, so I know that the return line's working. I'm trying to record. Alright, let me see if I can get it to fire up. Sure I am, because there's an inlet right here. I'm not sure what that inlet's for. And this hose right here, whenever I hook water up to it, water comes out of this, and I don't know what this goes to, but I guess I have the same thing right here for this motor, which I just now noticed. Alright, so I got maybe like 3 gallons of gas out of it. What I'm gonna go ahead and do now is hook this up the correct way. So this needs to go off of reserve. I'm gonna hook it up to the on. Okay, so that's on. And this is the return. Yeah, and that's hooked up the right way, so. And I'm pretty sure, and this is just gonna be a vent. This is my fuel on, so I need my main fuel line, which is gonna be this hose. Let me get that hooked up. Okay, let me show you this. So at the top of these carburetors, you got your return line, and that's going to follow all the way up into this T, or this 3-way, and then this is your return line going out and under onto the top of your carburetors. Now my main fuel line is going to be connected to my fuel filters, and that's connected to the on side, which is right here in the back. So I'll get this hooked up right here. So I'm going to take my main fuel line, which is right here, and hook this up to right here. Okay, same thing with this side. I'm gonna take my main fuel line wherever I got it at. This is my return line. So, get this main fuel line in here. Okay, so I got that hooked up. Then I'm gonna get this connected to this fuel filter. Now this fuel filter is empty, so if I spin the motor over, I should see it start to suck fuel out, as long as this manual fuel pump is working on the inside of the carburetor, which I know it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a screwdriver, and I'm gonna jump the solenoid right here, because this is for the right motor and this one's for this motor, so I can see it suck fuel out as I'm back here. So just watch for this fuel filter right here to fill up. See if I can get a better angle. Okay. I'm not seeing it fill up. Oh, which I need to get reserve hooked up. See what happens. Alright, you can see it filling up with fuel slowly but surely. So I know that's working now. Same thing with this. I'm gonna see if this one will suck some fuel up. Okay, you can see that's working as well. So both carbs. Oh, I think I got this in wrong. Let me see. Yeah, I got this hooked up wrong. So I got, alright, so this is the return line. So this is where I'm at. I couldn't get this one to run right, so I went ahead and popped the carburetors off. I got the bolts and the gaskets right here. I could turn the key and this one will fire up. See, I mean, it shuts right back off. I need to still fine tune a little bit, but it turns right on. So, hold on. I changed my attention to the radio, and I was looking at where the wires went to or whatnot, and I noticed that it tapped into like the main wiring harness here and here, but I wasn't getting any power to it. So I just brought my other battery out here, hooked it up, hardwired it to this, and the radio turns on, and I mean, it works and everything. You can't really see too well, but I mean, it works. Like if I play some music, only one speaker's working. So I'm probably just gonna go ahead and hook this up to a button over there, or a switch, an on-off switch. Hopefully we'll be able to go ahead and take this thing out on the water. But until them carburetor rebuild kits come in, also the steering, I went ahead and disconnected the steering because the steering cable was locked up. See, it's not pulling out, it's locked, dead solid. So I got a new steering cable coming in. Whenever that comes in, we'll be able to take that out on the water. But until then, here in a couple of days, whenever that comes in, it's just gonna be sitting. And whenever I get them parts in, I'll go ahead and post another video. So hopefully y'all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll go from there. See ya.